Cittamani Hospice Service has been offering our unique at-home palliative care service to residents of the Sunshine Coast since 1995. In that time, we've cared for over 2,000 people and their families. We provide comprehensive care at home, free of charge, to people facing a terminal illness and their family and friends. We aim to offer them the opportunity to remain at home in their familiar environment and to die at home if they wish. We are a Buddhist-based organisation in the sense that our underlying philosophy comes from a Buddhist philosophy. It's a philosophy of compassionate service to fellow human beings and to supporting them in a positive way.
Hello, darling.
Hello, good morning. How are you? Hi, Amanda.
How are you,
Hi,
darling?
Tamara.
How have you been?
Good.
Have you been since your break?
It's so nice that family and friends can come here and visit you at home whenever you're able to and wanting to see them.
Yes, very, very important. I couldn't, this couldn't happen if I had been in hospital full time, around the clock. It would only happen because I'm at home. So even though we treat it like a hospital room, and this is my hospital away from hospital, we think it's one of the loveliest hospital rooms. Also, without Cittamani, I couldn't do it.
Being Tamara's full-time carer and being here 24 hours a day, there are times that I'm not sure what to do if she's in pain or if something has happened to her. I'm able to call the nurses and they give me advice over the phone and they give me a lot of confidence and support. But apart from that, we've needed for them to come out sometimes late at night, and they've been on call for us as well. But they're here every day to just do their general nursing and back us up and allow Tamara to be at home with her family, and it's just been, they're wonderful. They've all been so supportive and helpful.
The nurses are available 7 days a week, 24 hours a day to assist people. We have social workers who are available to help people with advice about financial matters or also for counselling support either to the client or to their family or friends. We have volunteers who can go in and give family members a break. We have someone available for spiritual support if the person doesn't have their own minister or someone who can go in and give people spiritual support.
So at nights, when you're awake, you think about things like that are different, but also the cough is annoying. Yeah. So I said to Vince on Saturday that we can speak to the doctor about getting some medicine to stop that cough, and then you can sleep.
Yeah. They do everything. They've provided special seats for the shower, they provide the hospital bed, they've provided the seat there that Sandra sometimes gets up in and sits in, that's electric tilting thing, but so many things, everything, catheters, the whole thing. I don't know what we do without them, quite honestly. I really honestly do not know. They're brilliant.
That's easy. That's easy. Yeah. Gorgeous.
As a GP, caring for patients that have a terminal illness, it's been my observation that if people had a choice, their choice would be to be cared for at home. It's that environment and that closeness to the people that love them that really gives people meaning in their life at the end stages of their illness. To achieve the care that's necessary at that time really requires a collaborative approach, and that would involve the person's GP and working with an organisation like Cittamani.
Got here at last. So the pain is
just down
just
low
down
there and that, so a little bit lower in the hips and whatnot.
They provide equipment like the ramp at the front door, which has been excellent for him to, even though I did assist him today, he can get in by himself because of the ramp. But also medical supplies. Because he needs quite a few medical supplies, Cittamani have been able to supply us with those. And also they've been a valuable link between Bill and doctors. Sometimes it's been really good for me because I haven't had to cope with a lot of things because of Cittamani.
It has helped immensely, like just to know they're at the end of the phone at 2 o'clock in the morning if you need them, things like that, it's just invaluable.
The bereavement coordinator, so I provide in charge of the bereavement team. We provide bereavement support by phone support, as well as groups that we facilitate, 3 groups a month, and then we provide individual counselling. And the other half of my time is spent with people preparing for death, so providing support to individuals and families that are know that they have a terminal diagnosis, and addressing things they might face.
They seem to have this special attribute to come in and see the pain you're in. Your world's falling apart and you don't know what to do, but they just come in and give you a hug, and it just makes you feel all right. Yes, I can cope. I'll get through this. Yes.
I couldn't have managed without them, let's put it that way, especially towards the end, and right down to the volunteers. Like Terry he always had a warped sense of humour, and he used to call the volunteers as they came to sit with him so I could have a sleep or go grocery shopping or something. He'd say, "My babysitters have arrived." Without their help I could never have managed. I couldn't have kept him at home.
I can't really stress how important these guys are in my life, even today. The strength that they've given me to be able to cope and to understand, what's going on, it was really important to me, and I thank them very much.
Peter was quite a bright man, and the Cittamani nurses respected that and never made him feel like a patient. They made him feel like an equal who was assisting them, and they were assisting him in finding the right path of treatment. When it came to the times that he was perhaps not clear of mind enough to make those decisions, they worked very, very well with our doctor, and then still always made Pete feel that he was in control of his own destiny, and that's really important.
I think there's a couple of things that really stand out for me in terms of what was really important about what Cittamani offered to us, and the day that my mum died, I think, really typified that. And one of the nurses was there. My mum was unconscious, but one of the nurses took great care, despite the fact that she was unconscious, to talk to her the entire time that we were bathing her and putting her into a fresh nightie, and explain to her who was there and what we were doing and why we were doing it. And that great sense of gentle respect that was brought to those interactions really moved me incredibly, and made it more possible to do a task that was quite awful. And I think that that combined with the seamless way that the nurses just slipped away, and then Meg in her role in the bereavement team just stepped in to the gap sometime after that, it was really quite lovely. We felt very held by that.
Well, our clients are not only the person that's dying, but also a family and their friends. So, really good friends can come and spend the night while a family member has a rest. So that's it can encompass a lot of people. And when it does encompass a lot of people, it often can be quite a lovely death, because then a lot of people are getting to share in that very special time. I don't think you can ever anticipate how much of an impact the death of your partner is going to make on your life. And so I felt it's very important to connect with people who could understand the realm of things that were taken in by losing your partner. So Cittamani started this Young Widows support group and we've been an enormous support to each other, I think.
We have a meeting once a month and we just discuss things. I couldn't say it's a total counselling role, but you do leave there feeling well and you're feeling good about yourself and feeling good that yes, this is all normal, and it gives you some hints about what to do from listening to other people.
With the growth of the coast population and the fact that an increasing number of people are choosing to die at home, the need for Cittamani's services continues to grow. We're in a situation where we're unable to meet this need and are having to turn people away. Sadly, there's no comparable service that they can turn to for help. Cittamani already receives significant support from our local Sunshine Coast community. However, as the need grows, we're seeking to increase that support to enable us to help more people in need.
Cittamani is completely free to all our clients. There's no cost involved in our service whatsoever. It costs us about $100 a day per client to offer our service, which is very cost effective, whereas a hospital costs around about $1,000 to $1,500 a day per client. That's what they average.
Part of our commitment is to creating a community that's supportive to people who are dying. Dying's been taken out of our community life to a great extent. There's been a trend for people to die in hospital and for people not to talk about dying and not to feel that they can be there for their family members when they're dying. Dying is a part of life. It's difficult, but there's a lot of difficult things in life, and there's a lot of rewards for people that come from keeping people within our community who are dying and respecting them for who they are up until the time that they die, to supporting their families, to helping their families to move forward. Then we have a healthier community.
The philosophy of Cittamani, in a word, is compassion. And following from that is acceptance and no judgment, and just accepting people and situations for the way they are.